Jonathan, very good to see you. We have such a great topic today. 5 questions you need to answer before you retire. To design your ideal retirement, you need to start with a few specific questions. And if you're married, we suggest you do this exercise together. So, the first question, Jonathan, is pretty straightforward. When do you want to retire?
Yeah, such an important question, Aaron. It really begins to the framework for the entire plan.
Right.
So, when to retire? If you think about it, easily, it's when the paycheck stops and the draw off the investment begins. So, it's pivotal to know this. It also is going to really help us determine a lot of things along the way that are incorporated in the other 5 questions. Okay.
Right. They're all interrelated. I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
that up. So, the second question is, where do you want to live when you're retired?
Yeah, where do you want to live when you retire is very impactful as well. You need to begin thinking about, hey, are we going to live in the same house that we're in now? Are we going to be paying off a mortgage? Are we going to be downsizing? Will we be in a state where there's state and federal income taxes? All that's going to have an impact on how you develop the overall financial plan and answering the question, will it be enough?
Right, exactly. I'm glad you hit the nail on the head here. I mean, we're talking about making sure that we don't outlive our money, which is retirees' number one fear. So let's get to the third question. This one is also very important. How is your health? We have to keep in mind that healthcare is often one of the biggest expenses when we're retired.
For certain. And I see this overlooked a lot of times as
Yeah.
people begin to start the planning process. You need to think about, hey, if I'm retiring early, have I thought about bridging the gap between maybe early retirement and when Medicare kicks in at 65?
Hmm.
And again, healthcare is oftentimes one of those snags that people run into over a lifetime that they really didn't prepare for. And have we thought about how expensive long term care is? And do we have that long term care plan in place?
I'm glad you brought that up because, Jonathan, we were talking offline about the cost of long term care. This is projected out 20 years on a monthly cost, anywhere from $11,000 up to almost $19,000. That has to be part of your financial plan, right?
Absolutely. And what people don't realize is for a male, typically around 3 years of long term care would be sufficient on average. But a female, many times 4 to 5 years. And if they run into Alzheimer's, it could go 7, 8, 9 years. And just like the averages you showed a moment ago, right now, the average for a private room is between ten and $11,000 a month. Very
Right,
expensive.
right. All right, the next question, when is the best time to claim Social Security? And I know this is something that you specialize in.
Yes, absolutely. So it takes a little bit of time to put this together, but again, just like talking about healthcare, just like talking about taxes and things like this all factors into the lifestyle. And whether it be a pension, whether it be an annuity payment, some type of rental income, Social Security is one of those fixed pieces of income that we've got to know as we begin to develop the plan. And there's a big difference between what you'd be paid at 62 to age 70. So just like the
Right.
chart shows, between 62 and 70, there's a 44% difference in how much the benefit is going to be.
Wow.
Incidentally, I would say that the majority of people uh, don't end up having to wait till age 70 to take Social Security. However, that old rule of thumb where people were saying, yeah, take it as soon as you can get it at 62, that's seldom the right answer now. And for
Right.
a couple, it's 99% of the time some combination in between. Because if you think about it, for waiting to age 70, you have to factor in that you'd be almost 81 years old before you made up for what you left on the table at age
Right.
67.
Right. Such an important financial
Yeah,
decision. And then last, of course, because retirement is so much more than just a number in your bank account, you need to ask yourself if you have a holistic financial plan that accounts for inflation, longevity, and your own unique retirement goals.
absolutely, Aaron. So a financial plan is very different from having investments.
Right.
Investments are a part of the plan, but they're not the plan. So
Hmm.
you need to make sure that somewhere along the way, you've taken the time to really begin to chart out, hey, what are the impacts of taxes in my overall financial plan? Have I accounted for cost of living adjustments? Have I put things in like required minimum distributions? Have I factored in market corrections over the time? it's really impactful to the overall income plan. And you need to have a good idea of, does that income plan that you're creating really work out or not? And has it covered all of the what ifs? A good, comprehensive, written financial plan will cover all those what ifs. It's no good if you can't go to sleep on it at night.
Absolutely. Again, I'm so glad we were able to talk this through, Jonathan, because I think a lot of people will be able to start thinking about what is their ideal retirement. So if they want to talk that through with you and design a financial plan that helps them get there, what's the best way to reach you with questions?
Absolutely. Our phone line in Brentwood is 615-661-9554. And then our email is keystonefinancialresources.com. That's on the website. I'm sorry.
Perfect. Jonathan, thanks so much for your time today.
Thanks, Aaron.